Good morning, students. The continuation of same third lesson. Under the assisted reproductive technology, so many procedure பார்த்தோம். அதில் another one procedure, that is the male infertility prevention. So under that procedure, that is one of the condition is that condition is called as azoospermia. Azoospermia is defined as the absence of spermatozoa in the semen on at least 2 occasions. Absence of spermatozoa or in the sperm in the semen at least in the 2 occasions, not only the one time, 2 occasions la watch பண்ணும்போது the semen number is reduced. That condition is called as azoospermia. Look at the picture. So normal semen, it have the more number of sperm, and the azoospermia conditions, it is only the absence or less in number of sperm, that is called as azoospermia. So that condition, it absorbed approximately only 1% of the population. 100% of population la totally 1% of people may only is affected by the azoospermia. So how to rectify male infertility? Here we move on to the one technique, microtesticular sperm extraction. Okay, what is microtesticular sperm extraction? Through the microsurgical sperm retrieval from the testicle involve a small midline incision in the scrotum. So through the one minor surgery, we have to remove the sperm retrieval, remove the sperm from the testicle. Testes involve a small midline incision in the scrotum. In the scrotum area la one incision is made. So from that you have to remove the sperm from the testicle. Under the microscope you have to observe, that is through the microscope, the seminiferous tubules are dilated. So you have to view through the microscope, then within the testis the seminiferous tubules is there. So that seminiferous tubules are dilated because after the dilation the productions of the spermatozoa is more in number, so only that procedure is done. So seminiferous tubules are dilated and small amount of testicular tissues are removed from the particular area. Testicular tissue from the testis are removed and improved for the sperm count. Removed and then improved for the sperm count. So that is rectified. Which condition is rectified? Azoospermia condition is rectified with the help of the microtesticular sperm extraction technique. Okay, so that yield compared to traditional bioscopic techniques. So that is that technique. Which technique? Microtesticular sperm extraction technique is improved traditional technique of the biopsy technique. Biopsy technique விட இது வந்து improve பண்ணது. Next one, detection of fetal disorder during early pregnancy. Detection of fetal disorder. So fetusல இருக்கிற disorder detect பண்ணுறது. So you have to identify the fetal disorder. How it possible? At the time of early pregnancy period. So under that you have to move to the ultrasound scanning. Okay, what is ultrasound scanning? So in that scan is no risk other than the mild discomfort due to pressure from the transducer on the abdomen. So under the ultrasound scanning, so no risk is there, but is only one mild discomfort is there. What is the discomfort? Means with the help of the transducer you have to give the pressure to the abdomen region. Scan பண்ற இடத்துல some pressure is given with the help of the transducer. So through that only we have to identify the so the ultrasound means minute sound வச்சு நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், we have to identify the pregnancy fetus ஓட health வந்து identify பண்ணுறோம். Not is a fetus, how it is the active or not, that identify with the help of the ultrasound scanning. Okay, so here in that scanning no radiation is used during this procedure. So no, can't allow the radiation to pass the abdomen region of the female. No radiation is there under the ultrasound scanning technique. Okay, look at the picture how that So through the scanning you have to observe the fetus or the normal working condition. So that only it observed. So ultrasonography, otherwise called as ultrasonography, is usually performed in the first trimester for dating, determination of the number of fetus, and for assessment of early pregnancy complication. So what is the use of the ultrasonography? So here you have to identify very easy and the first trimester up to the 3 months, first trimester for dating. So in that way first 3 monthலயே நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிடலாம், so the pregnancy delivery date you have to easy to identify, okay, with the help of the ultrasound scanning. And determination of number of fetuses, determination you have to easy to identify there is a one fetus or in the more than one or two, three fetus. How many fetuses is there within the pregnant mother? So that number also you have to give very easily with the help of the scanning. And for assessment in the early pregnancy complication, any other complication is there in the early pregnancy, so that also is identified easily. And give what is the reasons also, that also is done with the help of the ultrasound scanning. That is the uses for the ultrasound scanning. Next, another one, amniocentesis. So starting of these lessons I already told what is amniocentesis. What is amniocentesis? It is a prenatal technique, I said. So how the technique is going on, okay, prenatal technique. Amniocentesis involves taking a small sample of the amniotic fluid that surround the fetus to diagnose for chromosomal abnormalities. Okay, amniocentesis is a small sample of amniotic fluid. Look at the picture, fetus is there, okay, so that is the uterus fetus is there. So around the fetus amnion double layer membrane is there, within that amniotic fluid is there, okay, so that one is the umbilical cord, okay. So from that amniotic fluid, so that is the injection through the needle, the amniotic fluid is taken away from the fetus, around the fetus amniotic fluid, that amniotic fluid is taken with the help of the injection, okay va. So here what is it, transducer, that one. So with the help of the transducer only, ஏற்கனவே முன்னாடி பார்த்தோம்னா ultrasound scanning, இந்த transducer வச்சு தான் என்ன பண்ணுறோம், ஸோ இந்த ஸ்கேனில் இந்த ஃபீட்டஸோட மூமெண்ட்டை வந்து நம்ம வந்து அப்சர்வ் பண்ணலாம், தட் help of the transducer. That transducer is there in the ultrasound scanning, okay. So what is amniocentesis? Small sample of amniotic fluid surround the fetus surround பண்ணிருக்கிற fluid, amniotic fluid, okay, அதை எடுக்கிறோம் of the fetus to diagnose for chromosomal abnormality. So what is the use for that collection of amniotic fluid? You have to identify the any abnormalities is there in the chromosome. From that purpose only we have to done the technique that is called as amniocentesis, okay. So how that day we have to take the amniocentesis? It is generally performed in a pregnant woman between the 15th to 20th week of pregnancy by inserting a long thin needle through the abdomen into the amniotic sac, okay. So here the pregnant woman and in the which time, that is a correct 4 to 6 months or 4 to 5 months, okay, within the day 15th to 20th week of the pregnancy, you have to take the amniotic fluid from the pregnant woman that identify the any abnormalities of the chromosome. To withdraw a small sample of the amniotic fluid, so from that amniotic fluid is withdrawn, so and that fluid it contains amniotic fluid, it contains the cell shed from the fetus. So how to identify the fetus order cells are there in the amniotic fluid, okay. The fluid contains shed of the from the fetus. The cells of the fetus also is there in the amniotic fluid. So only we have to identify the chromosomal abnormality in the fetus cell is there in the amniotic fluid. Okay, next one. Chorionic villus sampling, CVS, chorionic villus sampling. So here in the procedure, like in the amniocentesis method, chorionic villus sampling is also prenatal test. Here, instead of the amniotic fluid, the same sample is taken from the placental tissue for chromosomal abnormalities. What is it? Taking a sample of the placental tissue to test for chromosomal abnormalities. As such in the amniocentesis, but you have to take the sample not in the amniotic fluid, but it is there in the placental tissue. That is called as chorion. Chorion. The outer layer of the fetus, it is called as chorion. So that is attached in the placental, that tissue. Only that is only you have to take and identify the any abnormalities, chromosomal abnormalities is there, is identified with the help of chorionic villus sampling. Let us look at that, which that is called as placenta or chorionic villus. Chorionic villus in the part, that particular part is there. Next one, fetoscope. Okay, so like in the stethoscope, that is called as fetoscope. What is it, fetoscope? You have to identify the heartbeat of the fetus, that is called as fetoscope. It is used to monitor the fetal heartbeat rate and other functions during late pregnancy and labor. So which time the fetoscope is used? So monitor the fetal heart rate. So and the same like that the person, normal person, the same that is done in the fetus also. Fetal heart rate also is identified within the pregnancy period, and other functions during the late pregnancy and labor. Late pregnancy, it's that is the date of 9 months at that time, and the time of delivery also, labor also, we have to identify the fetal heart rate with the help of fetoscope. The average fetal heart rate is between 120 to 160 beats per minute. So normal heartbeat of our normal person 72 to 80 beat per minute. But fetal heart rate, fetus oda heartbeat vandu increased irukum normal person avida. So fetal heart rate is between 120 to 160 beats per minute up to 160 varakum fetus oda heart rate vandu irukum. Okay, and abnormal fetal heart rate or fetus is not getting enough oxygen indicates the other problem. So not only you have to identify the heart rate of the fetus, in abnormal condition also is identified with the help of fetoscope, and abnormal fetal heart rate or fetus is not getting enough oxygen. Okay, abnormal, that is increased heartbeat or in the decreased below 120 or 160, above 160 heartbeat is there in the fetus, that also is identified with the help of the fetoscope, or is not, that fetus, particular fetus is not getting particular enough oxygen, that also is identified with the help of the fetoscope. So look at the picture, fetoscope is there like in the stethoscope, but it's one side is somewhat is broad like that. With the help of the only we have to identify the heartbeat of the fetus here. Okay, that is another one device. It is the Doppler devices. So instead of you have to use the Doppler devices also, you have to accurate heart, that is 128 is a fetus or a heartbeat rate. So with the help of that also we have to identify the heartbeat of the fetus. The handheld Doppler device like that is often used during prenatal visit to count a fetal heart rate. Prenatal pregnancy period, with the help of the Doppler device also we have to identify the fetal heart rate. During labor, continuous electronic fetal monitoring is also used. At the time of delivery time, labor time, continuous electronic fetal monitoring. So up to that, so up to childbirth, you have to monitor the fetal heart rate. That is very important. Okay, so thank you. The third lesson it will be completed. Thank you.